This is the special edition. This is the motherfucking Tr3yWay edition, my niggas. It's fucking Tr3yWay. Yeah. Ooh, that's the shit that gets niggas indicted. But I'm your host, Sir PifferyGoodz. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at PiffBeats. And you're to the left of me, the best of me, my good sir, King Jones. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you.
What's going on, people? This your boy King Jones. You can find me on Twitter at KingJones_464. You can find me on IG at Tr3yWay. It's gonna be a nice cast right here. Let's do it.
Fucking Tr3yWay, nigga. Yeah, to the left of him, the best of him, my nigga Mac Amazing. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you.
Oh.
Hey man, I'm gonna do that shit cause we not. They might got our shit intact.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
This shit might get flagged like the other episode.
Shit, it's fucking Tr3yWay, nigga.
But you know, I'm gonna.
Yo, Mac, I can't hear you. Or you're not talking.
Nah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the dice on this one though. Yeah, just find me on Instagram, m.amayzn. Ooh, this shit gonna be crazy, bro.
Yo, first and foremost, you know, I just want to say this. Mac, your mic was going in and out. I don't know if it was the connection on my end or the mic. I just want to say that now before we get knee deep. And it's, you know.
I'm good. Am I good now? I'm good?
Marvelous. You're marvelous. I just wanted to make sure. So now, all that out the way. Like I said in the beginning, before the intro, this is the Daily Heat Check Smokecast Special Edition 6ix9ine Tekashi Tr3yWay Edition podcast. And yes, I granted I was trolling a little bit in the beginning, but then if you watch Tekashi for the last year, to actually say, let's really be realistic. Last 10 months, trolling is the king of the game. He knows this shit inside and out, or at least he found the formula and he made that shit work. But if anyone who's been following the news, or anyone who's like somewhat relevant to current events, would know that not only Tekashi 6ix9ine, his entire Tr3yWay squad and affiliates have just been arraigned on charges for federal indictments, including RICO, racketeering, attempted murder, shootings, and drug possession and distributing of, I believe, cocaine and heroin. Pardon me, the facts might get a little bit botchy, but at the same time, like I said, there's a lot to unpack, and I'm not even saying from the charges point of view. That's just what we know. Now, when we unpack it, now, let's just give the people more. So he got arraigned on the 18th. He'd been in custody. So before Thanksgiving, that's a dunny. The way it's looking, Christmas is a dunny, and New Year's is a dunny. And why I'd say that, he got denied bail at the initial hearing. He came back. From that, he got transferred out of MDC. From what I've been told, MDC is probably one of the most safest and secure prisons in the East Coast. So for him to get transferred out, I don't know, but prison itself is not a safe and secure place. So that's just the, you know, the double, the irony of the situation. So from there, he gets transferred to a facility in Queens. From what they're saying, it's a facility known to hold potential informants and people known to work with the authorities, which is totally fine in a situation where you're facing possibly life, double life with other co-defendants. This just makes it like, wow. So with these charges, and he got moved to the facility in Queens. He has then come to court from there and tried to reissue another bail hearing where, again, he got denied. He then gave his plea of not guilty, and from there, the judge has now announced that he will be seen in court in September, I believe, of next year. Now, someone would say that's a very long time, especially being denied twice on bail, but then now let's really bring it back full circle. Why is he getting pushed back to September? His legal defense team actually asked for that on a request, because this could have actually gotten taken care of or started as early as in 5 months or as early as April. His defense team has said that, wait, there's still a lot to unpack. his defense team has said they need that time to actually build his defense, because for everything that he's involved with, there's so much that they're trying to really get this situated. And because from what they've been told in the court hearing, this is still an ongoing investigation. So there's still more potential people and parties that will be brought in and arrested. Now, from all of that, and this is crazy, we're still unpacking. From all of that, they have wiretaps of 6ix9ine's alleged affiliate group. And for people who don't know, prior to all of this, he went on the Breakfast Club, clearing the air. I watched most of that interview. Very good interview, better than his first one. It's still a very high rated interview. He cleared the air and said he cut a lot of these people off. So a lot of these people is no longer his affiliates or associates. But from that time of cutting them off to the time that he got arrested, and just to backpedal some more, the reason he got arrested was, one, for the indictment, and for two, for his own safety, because after cutting these people off, that was his alleged crew, they have wiretaps on them conspiring to put a hit / shoot / super violate 6ix9ine on wiretap. Now, after unpacking that, and he got denied twice bail, and then more information is currently being released, because on top of all this information, evidence, video surveillance, all this stuff, potential witnesses, I didn't know that he was beefing with Casanova from Brooklyn also. And Casanova was a victim in 2 of these incidents that he's being arraigned on federal indictments for RICO. And I'm like, wow, that's just like super crazy. But then what makes this even more super crazy, because now we have inner barrel rap beef, because I didn't know that was part of it. Now that comes to a surface, so now we have a motive behind some of this shit. Then on top of that, the rap beef, from what they said, there's an informant on the inside. So on top of phone taps, wiretaps, phone taps, potential informants, video surveillance, video footage, they have an inside informant on the whole Tr3yWay crew and gang that is now saying that they're going to come and give them more, even juicier evidence to help put these people away. Now, to get to the final stage of the unpacking, at the interview and before he cut people off, 6ix9ine has slowly distanced himself from the crew and the Tr3yWay gang and the 9 Trey Blood affiliation, even though he has 10 months of a year of him being knee-deep not only in the gang, the lingo, and the aesthetics, it's even embedded in the music. So it's one thing to say, yeah, all that shit was just for show, but then you got music, tapes, footage, everything, tattoos, a lot of things that's just really hard to really get away from. And then he tries to separate that, and then he gets booked, and then just to put this final icing on the cake, some of the meatiest evidence that to come out on the case is that they have video footage of him putting a $30,000 hit on Chief Keef's cousin, I believe, I forgot, Fredo, whoever it was. And then that's another incident that he's being arraigned on the federal indictment, because that was another shooting plus the shootings that involve Casanova that he's being indicted on. So this might potentially be real rap beef that Tekashi 6ix9ine and his alleged crew at the time was getting involved in, let alone actual real life beef, because they're actually threatening his life and he's facing life. So like I said, I apologize. That was a lot to unpack, and I'm probably still missing a lot. But from just getting all that off the plate, gentlemen, where do we dig in? Where do we start? Where do we put our fucking forks? Like, do we start with the sides? Do we start with the turkey? Do we go with the fucking beef ribs? Do the mac and cheese, the yams? There's a lot.
We're gonna start with the sides first, because you know what, the sides.
Because just check this out. Before you begin, just unpacking that was at least 5 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the sides first, because this is another. I want to say this is another Biggie, Tupac thing.
You're reaching, but I want to hear what you say.
And the reason why I say that is because it started off as a rap beef. At least from what I read up on with him and Casanova, it started off as a little rap beef. Nothing serious, nothing personal. Of course, they knew each other personally because they both from New York. You know, used to hang out on the same block. Used to hang out, and you know, they was cool at one point. So it started off as a little rap beef. But for that to go from a rap beef, as we know with Biggie and Tupac, it was a rap beef that turned into Biggie getting hit, and then Tupac getting hit.
But wait, I'm gonna keep it 100. I agree. I agree with some of the points you're saying, but the reason why I'm saying you're pushing it is because until the federal indictment came out, until the evidence and all, everything came out, let's really be honest. I barely know who Casanova is. I barely knew that him and Tekashi was beefing. Excuse me. And then let alone, on top of his indictment, I didn't know anything that he got arrested on had anything to do with rap. Now, that could be just my own ignorance, and that's totally fine. There's no excuse to ignorance. But then again, when you look at Tekashi for the past year, he hasn't, well, granted, he talks very greasy to everyone, so you could potentially say he was beefing with everyone, which he was. But then when you look at his actual beef, like the YG beef or the Chief Keef beef or all his beefs that I knew of, they were nothing that had to do with New York. Now, granted, the Chicago beef, that actually escalated into something because he's actually being charged on that. But when you look at the New York beef, I didn't know he had New York in the city. I knew he said he was the king of the city.
Well, the thing is, like I said, Casanova is somebody that's more of an underground. He started off on an underground though. Like
same as
nobody really
6ix9ine.
Casanova. You get what I'm saying? And he ain't blow up as big as 6ix9ine because he wasn't getting that push. Like 6ix9ine got
6ix9ine wasn't getting that push neither.
Nah, he got that push.
No, he wasn't.
Once you heard his mixtape, like Casanova, I don't think he put out a mixtape. I think he was just doing regular shit.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Mac, where you at? I need you to jump in, bro. But look, no. I'm gonna put it like this. It's not that I say he got the push, because I saw this. I don't know if you watched the Brilliant Idiots podcast. Now, the reason why I want you to jump in, Mac, is because I feel like this was a great point. Now, it's Charlemagne and the Andy Colts guy. Now, the Andy Colts guy made a great point towards Charlemagne when Charlemagne tried to debunk everything Tekashi said. And like, yo, Tekashi's all about the antics, the gimmicks, the trolling. Is always talking shit, getting under people's skin, da-di-da-di-da. And then the Andy Schultz dude flipped it on Charlemagne and said, isn't that what you did for the beginning of your career? Do you regret it? And then I take a step back and look at him like, damn, that's absolutely right. This nigga Charlemagne damn sure trolled Fredro, trolled Beanie, trolled Jocelyn, bro, he damn near got into fights with damn near everyone. Niggas wanted to get at that nigga. Wait, let's really think about it. Shit probably calmed down now because he doesn't get on that bullshit anymore. But think about 2-3 years ago. Bro, niggas wanted to get at Charlemagne. Bro, in studio, in front the studio.
Yo, but time out, son. Charlemagne, you can't even compare the two. I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait, I'm not comparing the two, but I'm comparing what they did to get to where they were. Now, to Tekashi, his whole thing was start beef, fuck you, suck my dick, I'm the hottest king of New York, and the shit worked. Let's really be honest, it worked.
But this is the thing. It wasn't Tekashi starting beef. It was just him not giving a fuck what he was saying out of retaliation of what other motherfuckers were saying about him. Let's keep it funky. The nigga wasn't really a beef starter. He was just, I'm with the shits, allegedly. But at the end of the day, yo, the little nigga was just a pawn, son, for something bigger. Like that, yo, the shit is right there in front of your face. Yo, you just basically told us the whole story, bro. You told us the whole story of what this nigga went through, how he got so many these different affiliations. Mind you, this little nigga was just some little kid that worked in a poppy store.
Son, he said he was busting tables and shit before rap. So my boy Daniel Hernandez. There's a lot to unpack here with him, bro.
Yo, son. So it's like, the little nigga was picked for it to be a pawn, my nigga.
I don't think he was picked to be a pawn, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like a lot of this shit that came on him, he chose. Now, granted, I do feel sorry for him. I do feel sorry because he's 22, 23, potentially facing life. And if he does, and I'm gonna put it like this: from what I have read, and from what I keep reading, and from what the feds got, I highly doubt, even if he snitches, he'll get out in 5 years. I think 5 years is like a steal. Like, he caught a fucking bargain. You get what I'm saying? And then that's with snitching.
But and now, not getting out, even with snitching though. Not with everything that came out, he's not getting out.
Yeah, but now the reason why I even say that to bring this up towards Mac is because that everything he did, I feel like it's a lot self-chose. You think about it. He chose to run around saying the Tr3yWay thing, the same way he chose to separate himself from the Tr3yWay thing. He chose to, you know what I'm saying?
He also said that Tr3yWay was nothing. Like, it wasn't like, it's not a gang-affiliated thing. That's what he kept saying. Tr3yWay, even in his interview on fucking, what's his name, on The Breakfast Club, he let it be known, like, Tr3yWay is not a gang-affiliated thing. Tr3yWay is a movement. It's a word that I made hot. Just like, you know what I mean? Just like everybody that made a couple things hot. You know what I'm saying?
Big
they
facts.
Put a word out, and niggas started catching on to it. Oh, that's a nice catchphrase. Or we gonna start using that.
Yeah.
We gonna do that. That's what Tr3yWay is. Tr3yWay is not a gang, man. Like, not to. This is not, like we said always, and we say this all the time. This is not the indicted podcast, so we're not indicting them. But I know of Trey Five Bloods, and I know of gang affiliated people, and Tr3yWay is nothing gang affiliated in no way, shape, or form.
I can semi-agree, because I've never heard of Tr3yWay as far as being an official blood set. But then again, I don't know much about official blood sets. So I can't really give you too much info on that.
Like, I can definitely give you the info on official blood sets. Like, Tr3yWay is not an official blood set. You know, I can, but I can't.
No, nigga, no, you can't. Shut the fuck up.
This is not the Get Indicted podcast, so, you know. So then again, you know, this is all allegedly from what he is saying. Jones's thought does not speak for all of us.
Yeah, from what I know and from what I hear from the people that I know of that are that might be, or, you know, around that.
Oh yeah, dance, nigga, dance. Dance, nigga, dance.
You know what I'm saying?
You dancing around that shit, nigga. Okay.
Gotta ice dance. Listen. This is the controversy. We went through this controversy once before. We already got it on this podcast. We already know. So we gotta tiptoe. We can't sit here and give our viewers the fake shit, so that way we don't lose them.
No, you're right, but I think again it's deeper than just say like tiptoeing, because like with this whole shit with Tekashi right now, man, I strongly believe that he was knee deep in that fucking gang shit, and now there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I know people knee deep in that gang shit. I was knee deep in that gang shit at one point. Now, the fact that I'm saying is that until reality hit, he didn't think, you feel me, shit was gonna hit the fan when it did, and I was like.
Yeah, he made that clear.
And wait, and I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. Through his case and several other cases, that shit hit the fan for a lot of people I know personally and close to me. And I say that because, bro, they're giving niggas life for gangbanging. Granted, there's a lot that comes with it. It's not just straight up gangbanging. You're actively in the streets doing shit. So, you know, get what I'm saying? But then again, when you look at it from that point of view, niggas are still getting fucking life for gangbanging. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, son, look, my nigga. They just, what's his name is still doing time. He's supposed to be, he's basically living out his 75 years in prison right now, son.
Yeah.
Fucking Max B, bro. Come on now, man.
Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I don't think anything he did was gang affiliated. But just to bring that to the light, it's like, bro, they're giving niggas football federal numbers for less.
If they give this nigga 75 years, man, this double life or life 30 years that this nigga Tekashi.
They're talking about he's gonna get double life without parole.
Nah, he ain't gonna get double life, because I tell you this one, he got money and he's a snitch. They need him. I don't want to say they need him, but in order to fold and bring everyone else in, he could be a vital piece to that.
Yo, Piv, his money doesn't matter. 1.7 mil was coming out of his account to make sure he get free. They denied his bail. What are you talking about, son?
No, you're absolutely right.
This nigga
Hold up. You're absolutely right. Money, wait, in that point of view, money don't matter. I listened to a rap song on the radio the other day. Dude was rapping, look at my wrist, I'm gonna make bail. And I thought that was funny because Tekashi's in jail right now. He got 1.7 million in a passport and willing to be on house arrest. And they said no twice. So you're right. Money doesn't matter, but where money does matter is he has it so he could fight it a lot longer than a lot of the people. Put it like this: this came up in an article. So everyone's focused on Tekashi. You feel me? Because he's the star. He's the one we know. But he got arrested with probably 4 or 5 other people. Now, out of those 4 other 5 people, he's the only one who's a millionaire. You feel me? He's the only one who has liquid $1 million assets, an album out, possible streams. He has money, revenue, incomes coming in. These other niggas, we can't say that. You get what I'm saying?
You want to know what's crazy? That album he just put out, streamed, and it's at number 2, I want to say, on iTunes right now. So he's making money, even sitting in the damn jail cell.
Oh, this is promotion. Wait, believe it or not, this is great fucking promotion.
Yo, are you guys hearing yourself right now, son?
He's making
you guys hearing
money.
yourself? Yo, son, he's not making no money. The record label that he signed to is making that money.
Oh no
Whoever
no no no
owns
no
his
no no!
publishing,
Yo, no,
son,
no, no, my bad. Before you go all in. He discontinued that deal and he signed a new deal, a distribution deal with Creative Music Group, and then to re-release his album. Yeah, my bad. So
I gotta.
his
Yo,
album
I know.
was
I have to
supposed.
go deep. I have to go deeper into that, son, because
Oh yeah, yeah.
record labels are not giving shit up like that.
Oh
bro.
no, wait. See, the thing is, there's still a lot more to unpack that I didn't unpack.
It
So
depends on your fucking popularity. Like,
no, wait. Before y'all go in, let me just lay this. Let me set the table, because his album was supposed to come out on Friday, Black Friday. He got arrested on the 18th. It leaked on Saturday. So it's like, all right, bet he's losing money. He canceled his original distribution deal with his label. Then he did another distribution deal with his parent label. Because you know how niggas can be signed to G Unit, but G Unit's under Universal, under Aftermath, which is under Universal. So he fucked G Unit, and he went straight to Universal. I'm trying to give like a metaphor. So he went through them to distribute his album and re-release it on Tuesday. So now So he is going to get back some of that money, or at least recoup on some of the money. But now here's the catch-22. The feds are trying to freeze his account, because if they could prove that he was in a criminal organization, / they're trying to prove that he was a leader of the criminal organization because he got the money to fund the criminal organization. So if he's funding the criminal organization and the money he got in his bank, this is why they kind of declined the bail, because if that's money that he got from doing illegal activities, therefore that money is now evidence. If you see what
they won't be able to freeze that and
oh yes they can. Wait, hold on, my nigga. This is the
prove that that's evidence.
Wait, my nigga. This is the wait, Jones. Before you talk crazy on a podcast, this is the feds.
Oh no, I understand. It's the feds, but they have no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be hard for them to prove that is evidence, because his album sales and his single sales, and you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, his music.
No, you're not looking at it from. See, the thing is, you're absolutely right, Jones. But then here's the part that this is how they're gonna catch him. It's not that the album sales and all that, because you could be 1,000% right. Where they're gonna catch him is that if he's laundering the money, he could be making legit money, but I could be making street money. I could give him 50 bands street money, and you could turn that into 40 bands clean money. That's what the feds are trying to get around of. Because remember,
that's what they're trying to say.
You feel me? I could give him 50 bands. He could take that 50 bands and buy a house. Now that 50 bands is like, oh, he used that to get it with rap money. But really, that was drug money that turned into rap money. And that's what they're trying to figure out.
Now, son.
But wait. But that's why they're declining his bail, and they're trying to see, because if they could tie that into that, bro, this whole case is so sloppy, it's crazy. It's so sloppy, it's crazy.
That's why I just said that little nigga is done. The feds don't come to you unless they know for a fact it's over for you, bro.
Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's no optimism in what's going on with him. I think they have a 98% approval rate.
No, it's a 97% conviction rate, so they're pretty strong.
Son, 97. 1% down, my nigga. That's that nigga's done. He's done. He's about to get Tr3yWay while he's locked up, nigga. Fuck you mean, son.
I doubt they'll let that happen to him, but it's a possibility. It's like, the only reason, check this out.
That said that they was gonna put him in a regular facility, not in the informant facility, the regular facility. He's gonna be transferred to.
But wait, and I'm gonna be honest, that's the part that was crazy, because if you remember, when he got put in, they put him in Gen Pop. Now anybody that knows is like, why are you going to Gen? Because I told niggas that at any time, but anybody who got locked up before, not glorifying this or the situation, depending on the situation or how bad they want you, bro, there's niggas who be in fucking the holding cell for like a week. There be niggas in the bullpen for like a day or two. Like, I'm not saying this to be, bro, this be the facts. Like, niggas be in there like, bro, niggas be in the fuck, like, this is just looking at it. So when they put him in Gen Pop, like, quick fast, I'm like, damn, nigga, they either really wanted you or you really did something that they're trying to get at you. And the point is, they're trying to make him break. And I don't blame him. He's the easiest to fold. And I'm not saying it. And here's, check this out. Everyone says he's the easiest because who he is. He's not real. He's not built for this. And probably they're 100% right. But then again, when you look at it from the point of view that I'm looking at it, he's the easiest to fold because he has the most to lose.
He definitely does.
The rest of these niggas don't have a fucking platinum selling rap career. They don't. They really don't. Honestly, without him, they don't have nothing. So that's probably why they were scheming to pop that nigga when he cut him loose. So let's really look at this for like objectively, like, yeah, like we want the.
Bro.
What happened?
He knew too much, man.
I think it's deeper than him just knowing too much.
Because they know just as much, if not more, because they're around him. You gotta remember that shit.
But
your peoples know more than you know sometimes. And if they informants, because when I seen that article and it said, oh, they had an informant inside his group.
That's crazy.
Like he knows more about whatever goes on.
Wait, but I'm gonna keep it 100.
Trial. You feel what I'm saying? So if they bring him to trial, then he knows everything. That means he's giving them the information. Like, yeah, he's been wiretapping. He's been doing this. He's been laundering the money. You feel what I'm saying?
Damn,
so
that's crazy, yo, Jones. Don't mean to cut you off, but that goes back to what I just said again. That little Puerto Rican, Hispanic, Mexican motherfucker is done.
Oh yeah, they putting him behind the bars. They definitely gonna put him behind bars.
It ain't no 5, no 8 years. No, this nigga is doing time, son.
Nah, he gonna get out on less than 10. But put it like this, I'm looking at it realistically. I'm looking at, like, you niggas might be right, because you gotta understand, this is a federal indictment. He's facing life. This is not, like, as far as rappers we know, that's, like, no rapper I think know, like, granted, like, say, I think it was a Murder Inc., but they weren't facing charges like this. But the fact that he said is, like, life in fucking, yo, he's gonna do some time. He's definitely gonna do some time. A lot of hard time, I doubt it. But then again, it's like, this is the crazy part that came full circle to me.
It depends on what they get him on though.
Like I said, if he does 5 years, it's a fucking steal. Like, yo, that's a fucking steal. Like, yo.
I say the minimum that he's gonna do, is 10, 15. That's the minimum.
Only way he do that, and the only way he do that as a minimum is if he snitch on somebody.
Oh, he's definitely gonna snitch. Like Piff said, if
he snitches, he's gonna get anywhere from 5 to 7. If he doesn't snitch, he'll get anywhere upwards of 20 to life. You get what I'm saying? It's like
his minimum is.
But then check this out though. No nigga has done time and come out and had a successful career.
Well, not that done hard time, yeah. Not that done like 10 years down, yeah.
Prodigy came home, he didn't go platinum. No, I think Havoc, he came home, he ain't go platinum. Capone came home, he ain't go platinum. Ja Rule came home, did he go platinum? I don't think he did.
No, hell no, he ain't go platinum.
I don't think he went platinum.
That nigga came home, he went gold barely, and then he disappeared from music.
I think Lil Wayne might have been the only exception to the rule.
Lil Wayne and T.I.
Damn, yep. Wait, did T.I. do time? I don't think T.I. did time, though. He got arrested. T.I. didn't do time.
Nah, he did 7 years. He did 7 years.
No, he did 7 months. T.I. didn't do no damn 7 years, nigga.
He did, no, not 7. No, it was, if it wasn't 7 years, it had to be like at least, what, like 2, 3. I think he did at least 2, 3, maybe 4 or something. It's somewhere around there because he did time after he dropped T.I. versus T.I.P. album.
All right,
he did time after that.
I'll put it like this, because the best way I'm looking at it is, Sean did 10 years. He came home. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Niggas was excited. Oh, shit, Sean coming home. But that's where it ended. That's exactly where it ended.
Sean coming home.
That's exactly where it ended.
Sean came home saying shalom.
That's it.
Yeah.
Smorgasbord.
No, wait, Mac is 1,000% right. But then the part that makes it so crazy for me is like, these niggas do that time. You're not coming home hot. You're not coming home at all, bro. You're not coming.
Like I said, it's an exception. Everybody like his music. You gotta remember that. Everybody like his music now. Now, Lil Wayne was the hottest nigga out. When Lil Wayne went away and did time, what happened? Lil Wayne came back. He was still hot. Oh, all right. He came back and went triple platinum? He did triple platinum, a double platinum album, and then he did another triple platinum album. And now he got the Carter 5 finally released. and that shit about to be at least double. And that's after a 5-year argument with Birdman about
Respectfully,
releasing
niggas
this
wasn't
shit.
feeling it like they should have at the initial drop, but I will give you all credit on your statement because, you know, it is a good point. But for the fact to be said, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it depends on if he come out on his, I'm done with that life type shit. Like Lil Wayne did, I want to put my music, put mixtapes out, go back to the regular game like Lil Wayne did. Because when Lil Wayne came out and he dropped 4, he was like, all right, cool, I'm working on 5. 5 couldn't get dropped, so he started putting out more mixtapes, doing more features. You know, it's Lil Wayne. He hot. He gonna be hot regardless. Niggas, all right, I'm gonna just jump on a feature, still making bread while working on 5. And now 5 is about to be, like I said, either double platinum or triple platinum. Oh, all right, cool. So if he come out and focus, he could still be hot, cause niggas still bumping shit now.
No.
They gonna be bumping shit.
I'm not a hater, but the way, but you understand is, I'm gonna put it like this: we live in a microwave era. He's doing 10 years, and before the microwave era, niggas forgot about fucking Shine. Like, I hear what you're saying, man. It's like, I'm not saying this to go against you. I agree with you. I agree if he comes home and gets his shit on, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like 10 years. So if a nigga was bumping you and they were 16, they're now 26. So you feel me? They now have kids. So that wild, ignorant shit you was talking about when they were 16 was all good. Because check it out. Because when you're 16, that wild, ignorant shit is what you want to hear. When you're 26, granted, unless you're still caught up in the bullshit, that wild ignorant shit is not kind of what you want to hear. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I still listen to it, but it doesn't affect me the same way, say, when I was in the streets, like, oh man, I'm hyped and chill. Let's go bust a head. Let's do some wild shit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You're 26, like, nah, you know, bail is high, and, you know, niggas ain't gonna come home as soon as they used to when they were younger. So, you know, you start rethinking situations. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I definitely understand that, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say if he get his shit together. You get what I'm saying? Like, if he come out and before he put out something, he listening to what's out after he do his
Doubt it, man.
I know what it is. He gonna change it. If he changes style up and actually clean up and start being more,
Bro, as much as I want to, he can't, man. The thing and the main reason why I'm saying he can't is the time away. You can't expect people people don't wait, man. People move on to the next. Just think about it. Tekashi was only hot for 10 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son, let's really think about it. Let's upgrade. A year. He was hot for, so in a year, this nigga did a DMX move, dropped 2 albums. I think he dropped his first album last November, this album this November, tore up the charts, one of the hottest artists out, federal indictments, beefed with everyone from each coast and in between. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, no one is, I don't want to say no one, but I doubt anyone is replicating that in that short period of time. In a fucking year?
He made a lot of money within this year. I ain't even going.
Not even. Honestly, I think he didn't even make that much. If he only had 1.7, I think that was a little. And I'm only saying, and respectfully, I'm only saying that because of how hot he is. This nigga's hot. Look, I'm not going to hold you. I saw this nigga live at Made in America this year. And I'm only saying this because, bro, I've been to a few Made in Americas. The reaction he got and the way niggas was running, trampling, and wowing to see this nigga when he came, because he wasn't even scheduled at the time he showed up at. Bro, it was insane. I've never seen anything like it. Bro, I mean, niggas was running in droves.
You gotta remember, like, niggas, the nigga said on the interview that he just had on the Breakfast Club, he was getting cheated out of his money by his management team. So for him to have 1.7 million, it's probably just the money he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, off his new management team. Like, he probably been getting swindled out of his money for a long time with his management team. That's why he finally cut ties, because he started paying attention to his money instead of being dumb.
Shit, nigga, yeah.
Because he said, because the nigga said he was supposed, for his show, he only get 300K. He get 300K a show. He don't get 60,000 for a show. He get 300K for a show. He get booked. It's 300K.
No, his shows start at 6 figures. Not even 300K. It starts at 6 figures. He's the hottest artist out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not booking him for anything less than 100 grand.
Exactly. So he said he was getting that shit, but his management team was telling him they booked the show and it's only 60,000. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
60,000 for a show. So he probably was getting cheated out of his money for a while over this year worth of time. That's why he ain't got as much money for him to be so hot. He probably got cheated this whole fucking year and just started paying attention to his bread.
And that's why he fired them niggas.
And that's
Yeah,
wait,
that's
and
what I'm
that's part of
saying.
the reason why he's where he's at. I put it
Okay,
like
so
this, man. I don't
so this is so this is another question. Do you honestly think he had anything to do with the racketeering and shit like that?
Probably
put it
not.
like
He
this.
too soft, bro.
Honestly, wait, soft or not, bro. I've seen soft niggas do wild shit. I'm just putting that out there.
He's not.
Wait.
He's
In
not
the
that
heat
type.
of the moment, or if they feel untouchable, I've seen soft niggas do wild shit. But that's neither
He's
here or
too
there.
soft, bro.
But brother, like I'm gonna put it out. I ain't gonna put it past you. He probably is a young wild nigga. I really don't know. But I only say this because he's a short nigga. All the short niggas in my life has been wild niggas. Bro, you laughing, but I'm just being honest, bro. And it's like an oxymoron because they're small. You look at him and like, yo, you're not 6'10", but every nigga I've seen that's and I mean grown ass niggas. Like, for example, wait, I'm not even going to use an example, but Mac, you probably know the example I'm probably trying to reference to. But you feel me? These niggas, they're far from soft, dog. They're far from soft. They're small as hell, and these niggas bark and bite. They probably bite you before they bark.
He's all bark though, and the reason why I say that is because you can tell by the way he handled himself. Even when
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. Outside of the gang shit, let's put the gang shit to the side. He carries himself like a young wild nigga. Sorry.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. Well, you gotta understand. I'm saying putting the gang shit aside. He comes off as a young wild nigga.
Putting the gang shit aside. No, he don't. You wanna know why? Because that's most of the niggas nowadays that be looking like that, trying to act like that, trying to dress like that. We're gonna say here, put the gang shit aside. Put the gang shit aside. That's most of the niggas nowadays that you see. Tattoos on their face, acting like
of course, that's the normal trend, but I'm saying
that's the normal shit. Like,
but I'm not saying that he's. Bro, wait. The point I'm trying to say is that you're trying to prove that he's hard. I'm just trying to prove that he's ignorant. You get what I'm saying? Hard and ignorant. Definitely, they may not. They probably don't compliment each other, but for what it's worth, they probably will meet in the middle. You feel me?
They work well together.
Like, yo, you get what I'm saying? It's like you absolutely. He may not be. He may not come off like that to you. You get what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is the nigga did not come off as a, hey, how you guys doing today? Good morning, Angela Lee. Hey, Charlemagne Leonard, I love it, man. Great interview. But that's what I'm trying to say. He doesn't come off as a calm, intelligent. No, he comes off as a young wild nigga. And so young wild niggas see that and they can relate to that. Because hey, I'm young and wild. I like that shit. But I'm just trying to put you in that mindset. It's like. That's probably what they see, and that's probably what they taking, bro. But it's like, for what it's worth, it's like, yo, and I only said what I said is because you're probably right. He's probably a softie. Like you said, he's probably, everything that's coming up in the news is making him seem like he's a soft bitch nigga. But for what it's worth, every nigga that I know that is his size, they go hard. But then just to correlate his case with another rap case, and this is funny because I should have said this earlier, but remember Bobby Smurda? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was down with a gang. Them niggas was cripping it hard in fucking Brooklyn. But what did them niggas do? Them niggas took that shit on the fucking chin. They took their time. And I'm gonna keep it 100. That's just crazy. Because for 6ix9ine, if he does fold like that, if he folds at all, and if he does fold like that, you just released your new album with Bobby Smurda on it, showing love to the nigga holding it down, and now you behind the G wall, and you're about to do the opposite of what he did? Because think about it. Niggas brought this up too, and I saw this everywhere, and I was like, this is a great correlation, because one, Bobby Smurda is a recent victim in this rap situation where niggas, fantasy, where perception becomes reality. But then again, when you look at it, Bobby Smurda didn't fold. Bobby Smurda didn't fold. He did this his gang. He went in with his gang, and they held it down.
Word. When you speak on that shit, though, call it what it is. It's niggas snitching on themselves. That's the lingo and the way of the world today. Niggas snitching on themselves. Through music, niggas is snitching on themselves. Nobody's snitching no more. You don't even need a confidential informant. That's why I don't understand why they had one in his group, because his music said he does no.
Listen, they knew. Yo, Mac, hold on. I don't know if I said it already because I'm cooking, but I'm like, yo, I said this shit. I was like, yo, watch that nigga be the double agent. Watch that nigga be on some Donnie Brasco shit. Be like, yo, the CI was Tekashi. Be like, ooh, like, hold up.
But you know what kills me about this whole situation? Like, I don't get how. Like, why did they pick him to be that face? He was picked to be that face, bro.
Nah, he wasn't. Nah, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's kind of it's kind of going off track. I don't know if you with us, but it's like it's not that he was picked to choose to be the face. It's more so like everything he did, he chose. You feel me, Mac? Is that
he chose that shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like everything was chose. It's not even to reiterate on it because we're just gonna be going back into the same hole again. But it's like he chose all that, Mac. You feel me? And I only said that because I thought he was like I think he could possibly be the double agent. But that's neither here or there. The fact to be said is like, yo, this is how I see it. I don't know how y'all see it. I don't know if there's anything y'all want to add to it, but I'm good where it's at, man. It's fucking Tr3yWay. I hope this nigga gets the fuck out of this. Gets the fuck out of this situation.
Why? Why? You tell me why you hope he get out of this situation. Like I feel.
Why? Wait. I'm not gonna. This is not even up for debate. One, someone's freedom is not to be played with.
It is up for debate.
No. Someone's freedom is not to be played with. Two, for him to be getting implicated in the shit that he's implicated in, I'm gonna be honest with you. One, he's just a kid, and two, I'm pretty sure he didn't. He's just a kid, and three, I have someone very close to me going through the same situation.
Okay, I understand.
And then it's like this is just like nah, man. I just hope he gets out of it, man. Because then again, because
number 1 and number 3. You want to know why I understand number 1 and number 3? You're right. Nobody's life should be played with. And then number 3, it hit close to home. I understand those 2 reasons. Number 2 just goes back to what we said before. He chose this shit. He's not being implicated because people pointing a finger or the snitch done told on him first. You get what I'm saying? They informant done gave him up and he's being implicated. He chose this shit.
No, wait. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You're right. He chose it, but then again, if you remember what I said in number 2, he's still a kid. He's still a kid.
He's a kid, but you know what? As a kid, you gotta be grown.
Not when you're 22, man. He's like, nah, man.
He understood that mistake as well, though.
Nah, wait. You gotta understand the reason why. The reason why I'm coming off so defensive to him is because as a kid, so much shit was thrown on him, man. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not justifying nothing. I'm not. I'm only showing empathy to the fact that he is a kid. That this shit just roller coastered. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking the gang shit.
Yeah. That's
wait. I'm talking about in the last year. Just listen to this, Jones. In the last year, you went from not only being a regular nobody to one of the hottest artists in the fucking world to a millionaire, selling out shows, beefing with niggas across the coast. You feel me? Being implicated in the gang shit. Niggas stealing your money, beefing with marketing agents, beefing with everyone else, coming off uneducated, uncouth, and now facing life in a federal penitentiary. And it's all happened in the last year. You got to understand, I'm putting all the gang shit aside, just putting the business. Bro, he became a millionaire faster than most niggas is able to fucking raise a child. Like, let's really be honest.
Piff, at the same time, I'm going to tell you one thing my father always used to tell me. When you make your bed, you have to lay in it.
Oh, wait. You're absolutely right. Gentlemen, that's the part that I think you guys are not taking away, is that I definitely feel like, he made the decisions. But the fact that when I'm being empathetic is he's still a kid. Kids make dumb decisions. When you guys were 22, wait, hold up. When y'all niggas was 22, y'all wasn't making $1 million decisions. That's all I'm saying. And neither was I.
Which is true.
Wait. And I'm not saying that to take shots at us. I'm saying that to say this is because at 22, we was probably doing shit that we probably either, 1, regret, 2, was not either smart, or 3, we could have probably did without. And then on top of that, on top of that, they're just speaking from our experiences. Let's look at his experiences. At 22, he made a fucking decision that made him a millionaire, let alone a millionaire, the hottest artist in the fucking world, let alone he's bringing in six-figure shows. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is how I'm trying to translate it. You're absolutely right. You make your bed, you fucking lay in it. There's no getting around that. But there's no getting around you. You're 22. There's no telling what decisions you're making that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. The same way when you're 16, there's no telling if you do some dumb shit, have sex and have a kid, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. You get what I'm saying? And it's not even a call having sex and a kid at 16 dumb shit, because there's many niggas who went out and did that shit. And they meant to raise wonderful families, become successful, and their kids become successful. The fact that I'm saying is, in the fucking moment, you do not know how that's going to affect you. That's why I'm saying is like, yo, it's like you can't be held accountable for some decisions at your age. But yes, if you made it, you gotta lay in your bed.
So we can't hold Bobby Shmurda accountable for him killing somebody.
Bobby Shmurda didn't kill nobody. He got implicated in some shit. But I can show you. Matter of fact, I can show you something even so deep. I was watching this shit on World Star the other day. I'm about to add it in the group right now. But point to be said is I watch a lot of documentaries. So I watched the prison documentary, and that's how I know where this clip is from. But long story short, there's this dude in prison who spent 25 years in prison. He went in when he was fucking 12. Okay, so he's 37 years old, went in at 12. So I'm sorry if I'm reiterating on this shit. He's in there for 25 years for doing a double homicide. And the reason he did the double homicide is because as a 12-year-old kid, him and his buddy wanted to go get fucking money to go to a fair. That's how it started. Him and his buddy like, yo, we just wanted to get some money to go to a fair. We was gonna mow some lawns. One thing led to another. We ended up pushing our way into the crib. We ended up killing a woman, and now we end up doing. I'm here for. He got sentenced to 170 years at 12 years old. He came in at 15. You get what I'm saying? Now, the point that I'm trying to say is, yes, like you said, Mac, like your father said, you make your bed, you fucking lay in it. That 170 years is yours, my nigga. But at the same time, you're fucking 12 years old. The decisions you make at 12, that's the point I'm trying to make. You can't be fully held accountable for. And like, granted, yes, he's accountable for the murder, but if you see what I'm trying to say is, when you're 12, you're not making $1 million decisions. That's what I'm saying. He was 12. He didn't make $1 million decision at 12. You feel me? We were all 22 once. We didn't make $1 million decisions. Tekashi was 22. He made $1 million decision. But in the same breath, of that $1 million decision, he also made decisions that put his life in danger, and now he's facing federal life sentence. But if you see how I'm trying to correlate it, some of these decisions, I'm pretty sure a lot of us wish we could go back on or want to go back on.
We didn't get no empathy, though.
Absolutely right. Wait, my nigga, I'm not giving him empathy on the situation.
You giving him empathy?
I'm empathizing with the fact that we all make dumb decisions. That's what I'm empathizing with. So I apologize if that came off wrong. Yeah, but that's all I'm empathizing. I'm empathizing that everyone in their life has made dumb decisions they wish they could go back on. That's what I'm empathizing. But at the same time, at 22, the only one we know, I don't want to say only one, but at the current moment as the podcast go, the only person we're talking of that made a $1 million decision at 22 is Tekashi as of this podcast. And that's where I'm going with. Like, it's not to go too far off the rails, but that's it. Like you said, Mac, lay in your bed, make your bed, you lay in it. Everything you get, you own it. But at the same fucking time, at 22, niggas wasn't making $1 million decisions.
I hear you on that, no, son. But even though with his $1 million decision, he made some fuckboy decisions that he was conscious of. Dude, at 22 years old, bro, I know right from wrong, my nigga.
You're absolutely right.
That's what
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You understand right from wrong. Way before you made that $22 million decision.
I don't wish no man in prison, bro, unless you're a rapist or a murderer.
Oh, you better than me, because I only wish murderers prison. Rapists get killed.
Wait, man, you do the crime, you do the time. Just don't get caught. That's the rule number one. Wait, rule number one, don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I'm not over here trying to promote or promote crime in any way. But the fact of the matter is, you don't get caught. Because if you do the crime, you get caught, you do the time. Period. I'm sorry. That's how it works. It never changed. The universe only works one way.
That is true.
So it's like, and that's it. And, and I don't want to make it a debate over what I feel empathetic for, because if you guys don't feel empathetic, that's fine. And if you choose to feel empathetic, that is also fine. But once again, like I said, he made some dumb decisions, and I'm pretty sure, and just like how me in my 30s could say, yo, shit I did in my 20s, I kind of wish I didn't do that, or if I didn't do this, or when I told you all my stories and when I was going to Jamesburg and all that, like, yeah, I kind of wish I didn't do that dumb shit. I'm pretty sure when he gets up out of this fucking situation, he's gonna go and do an interview and say the same thing. So the same shit.
But my nigga, that what makes you who you are.
No, absolutely. But then again, it's like I feel like we're going off the rails now. Yes, it makes you who you are, but at the whole initial point of me saying that is that he's going to go back and regret this shit, because I feel like that's where you should feel empathetic for, not for not for the crime, but the decision that led to the crime, because he made a decision that led to him being a millionaire, but he didn't make other decisions that led to him facing life in penitentiary. That's what I'm feeling empathetic for. I'm not feeling empathetic about the crime. I'm not feeling empathetic about him being in a gang. I'm not feeling empathetic for none of that, because you feel me? Those were all decisions that he made on his own. But then again, he did make a decision to be a millionaire. So that's another thing. It's like, damn, dog, you wait. So it's like it's saying this. It's like, yeah, the other shit you did was stupid, but the other shit you did was smart. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a catch-22.
So you hit it right on the buzzer. You hit the shit right on the buzzer. You hit it right on the buzzer.
He picked and choose when he wanted to be smart and dumb.
Yo, son, everything
he picked
you do
a smart moment right there to sit here and make money, and then he picked the wrong thing, which is the dumb moment to sit here and get himself implicated into this trial. Now that might cost him his whole freedom.
It's not agreeable, son.
And I definitely stand with y'all, and I agree with that, my niggas. You get what I'm saying? It's just that it's just that when I put it down like that, it's like, yo, this shit be. It's just crazy. Like I said, it's not to go on too deep about it. What's said is said. You feel me? And I feel like this was a very healthy cast. But now it's not even to bring it to closure. It's just to bring it to the point that I feel like, this Tekashi shit is a tricky situation. Like, and everyone's entitled to their decision, and I want you guys to have your decision, and I don't want us to agree. And I say that, and I mean that. I want us to go like no, or you get what I'm saying? But that only makes for better content. But at the same time, like I said, and I'm standing by it, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm standing by it because I know all of you, everyone listening, or even the gentlemen on the cast, have made decisions that you all want to go back on. You feel me? And then again, you've made decisions like, yo, this was fucking brilliant. You get what I'm saying? And then again, and y'all niggas could have probably been like me and made those brilliant decisions, and in the same breath made fucking decisions like, damn, I fucked up. But then again, it's like, yo, it's the nature of the beast. I'm not going back on it. I'm not going back on it. And
that's the moral of this story. You know
Absolutely, man.
And that's like I said, we understand that shit. You right. We all have decisions that we look back on and be like, damn, I didn't want to do that. I shouldn't have did it that way. I shouldn't have did that. But the catch-22 is you understand that if you don't get caught now and you're not careful enough, it might come back to bite you. That's always supposed to be a thought in anybody's mindset when you do something that you go, damn, I shouldn't have did that. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's like he didn't have that thought process, and that's what I'm getting at. Like it's like he didn't have that thought process. Where it's like, yo, some of the shit that I was doing or some of the shit that I was saying might fuck me up later. Like he didn't have that because he's a young ignorant nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like he's a young ignorant nigga.
Take care, bro.
Yeah, I'll put it like this, yo, Mac. Your mic is going in and out, so I don't know if you're focused on the mic with us, but you're like in another room.
I'm right in front of the mic, so that's the crazy part.
Nah, this shit, like, wait, come in. You sound great now.
Yeah, I'm saying the nigga knew what he was doing, son.
Yeah, nah.
I never say he didn't know. What I said is I don't think he had the thought process of, damn, it might come back to bite me later. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give it 100. I believe he did, but then again, it's like, yo. It was a gamble. It was a fucking gamble.
Yeah, that's the catch-22 right there. He might have had that thought process and was like, you know what, it's gonna pay off for me.
But look, I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer. I got great news for me. I don't know much so for everything else, but this cast has been a marvelous one. It's fucking Tr3yWay. But a new episode of fucking Vikings just came out, and I need to watch that. And it just downloaded to my server, so I think I'm gonna do that. So with that being said, I'm gonna watch season 1 of Vikings. I'm gonna enjoy that, and this was a marvelous cast with my niggas. But I'm gonna hit the stop record. Wait, not yet, because I am your host of PifferyGoodz. You can find me at PiffBeats on Twitter and on Instagram. To the left of me, the best of me, my good brother King Jones. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you.
And this your boy King Jones. You can find me on Twitter at KingJones_464, and you can find me on IG at Tr3yWay. Been marvelous, baby.
All right, and to the left of him, the best of him, my good sir, Mac Amazing. Please talk to the people. Tell them where they can find you, brother.
You can find me on IG at m.a.ayz.
For sure, my niggas, you already know. It's fucking Tr3yWay.